things. All right, let's talk about taxation. And we see this in our training too. Tax now, tax later, which is also tax deferred. And tax, a lot of times we talk about tax advantage, which is the same as tax exempt. No tax. All right, you have 3 ways to get taxed on retirement plans and also on insurance. So tax treatment of these things. Tax now is the money that you earn from your job. You pay taxes on it, right? So this is the tax that comes out. So this is the money you take home. This money is called after tax money. This money is what you use to pay your premiums on your life insurance. You using after-tax money to buy life insurance, right? This money from your pocket, from your checking account. Now, if you use this money, let me not go there. Let's say you take this money and you put it into a savings account. Let me move down, sorry. Or you put this money in a CD. Or you buy stocks. Or you buy mutual funds. And you get interest. Or you sell this and you get a gain. This is the gain. You have to pay tax on the gain. You will receive a 1099 every year on the gain. The next year you get more gain, you pay tax again. Next year you get more gain, you pay tax again. What are you paying taxes on? The gain only. You don't have to pay tax on your original money again because you already paid tax on your original money. So if you put $1,000 there, the next year you got $100 interest or gain, then you pay tax on your gain. This is called tax now. No tax deferral, no compounding interest. Tax later. This is the money you earn from your job. The job says, hey, we don't have pension. We have something called 401k. Save your own money for your retirement. How much of your paycheck do you want to put into your 401k? You say, I want to put 5% every paycheck. So every paycheck, they take some money from your paycheck and they put it into your 401k. And then your 401k is allowed to grow. Hopefully it grows. You're laughing. Hopefully it grows. Sometimes it doesn't grow, right? Okay, so this money here has not been taxed yet. They actually take the money from your paycheck before they put it in the, before they take the money out of, before they tax your paycheck. So this money, we call it pre-tax money. Then what happens? They tax you at the end when you start pulling the money out. This is the same for traditional IRAs. And this is the same for pension. And this is the same for SEP IRA, simple IRA. They're all the same kind of deal. You have tax deferred growth, and then later you pay tax. How much later? 59.5. That's right. If you wait to 59.5, you don't have to pay any penalties. but you still have to pay your tax. Income tax. And what kind of income tax? The income tax of the future. The problem is we don't know what the tax is going to look like in the future. That's right. Or hopefully a bigger sum of money, right? If you touch this money too early, what's going to happen? Yes. 10% penalty. That's right. Plus the income tax.
I thought that was 10% from state and 25% from.
We just talk about federal government right now. We didn't even talk about state tax because every state is different. This is federal taxation.
Okay.
IRS. Okay, so there is also, I don't know if it's going to be on the exam. They talk about 70.5 minimum distribution. Yeah, they do. Okay, there's another rule. It's called the 70.5 rule. RMD, required minimum distribution. When you get to 70.5, they force you to pull this money out. Some people want to just hoard this money and save it, and never touch it because they don't want to pay the tax. You know, not only that, whatever they take out of here, they have to add it to the Social Security money they're receiving, their part-time job they're still working in their retirement, the pension that they're receiving. It adds everything and maybe higher tax bracket. And sometimes they're already over 60, so they maybe the house is paid off, no children for dependents, so the taxes become too high. So some people rather just leave it. Another reason people want to leave it is because they don't want to spend it all before, you know, then they run out of money. So then they want to hold it and save it as long as they can. They've already have a habit of saving all their life anyway, so they're conservative and they don't want to lose their money. So what happens? The government says, no, you got to start taking this money out because if you don't take it out, we can't tax you, right? So they give you a little birthday present when you turn 70 and they send you a letter and they say, hey, you're approaching 70.5. You got to start pulling some money out. And they're going to say, you need to pull out $5,000 this year. They give you a minimum. It's called required minimum distribution. And whatever that amount, if you don't do what they tell you to do, they're going to give you 50% penalty plus income tax. Plus income tax. It's a lot of money. Yeah. So no, you're going to take the distribution. At that point, you have no choice. So this is called required minimum distribution. All right? You understand this one? What kind of IRA is this? Traditional IRA, simple IRA, SEP IRA. Now, how does this one work? Yes. This is after tax money now. This is the money from your pocket, from your checking account. You take this money, you put it somewhere, hopefully it grows, and then later, no tax. So even the interest you earn is no tax. Remember I gave the example of the $200,000 annuity inside of a Roth? There is something called Roth IRA. There's also something called Roth 401k. They're becoming more and more popular. It's not like regular 401k. They call Roth 401k. Traditional IRA? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, you can. They do have maximum per year. So the maximum per year for IRA and Roth IRA is $5,500 right now. If you are over 50, you can put extra 1,000. Yes, yes. But this one is pre-tax. This one is after tax. The money gonna grow here in your Roth IRA. This is the same as cash value life insurance. The cash value inside of your life insurance policy also works like this. That's why there's no tax on life insurance. These two fall in this category. This one has a 59.5 rule. You have to wait or else you pay penalty and tax on your gain. Because the original money you already paid your tax. You don't have to pay tax again. But do you think they have a 70.5 rule?
No.
They don't need to force you to take the money out. Why? Because you're not going to pay taxes anyway. So they have no reason to force you to take it out. Here they want to force you because you're trying to hoard the money and you don't want to pay your taxes on this money. So they force you with this 70.5 RMD. But here they don't have the 70.5 rule because it's already going to be tax exempt. So who cares? You leave it in there all you want. Okay? Life insurance money does not have 59.5 rules. But what do you have to be aware of? There's no 59.5 rule on life insurance. But what's the danger of taking the money out early? Surrender charge.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you want to leave it in there longer and take it out later. Okay? No 59.5 rule. So now let's talk about deductible versus non-deductible. Let's say my company does not have a 401k, but I want to find a way to reduce my taxes. So at the end of the year, I find out I earned $50,000. I earned $50,000 income. And I do my taxes, and the tax man says, "Oh my God, you got to pay a lot of money in taxes because you're single, no dependent, no, you made $50,000. You need to pay a lot of taxes on this $50,000." So then your tax preparer says you can open IRA, traditional IRA, to reduce your taxes. What does that mean? Anybody know? Less taxes for that year. So what does it mean? I am suggested to open an IRA, and let's say I put 5,000 in there. What's the maximum? 5,500. But let's say I put 5,000. Okay. So I put 5,000. Is my 5,000 tax deductible? So I write a check. And I open an IRA. I deposit the check into my IRA for 5,000. Maybe an IRA annuity, for example. So then a flexible premium annuity, because I want to add more later, right? So then I do $5,000. Is my premium that I paid deductible? Tax deductible.
Is it 5,000?
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It is, because I'm changing from after tax to pre-tax now. Does it make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
See, the 401k money is automatically taken from my check, and the rest of my paycheck is taxed. But the 401k money that I did put into my 401k was taken before my paycheck was taxed. So that one was automatically like I got the pre-tax. But this one, I manually did it. I wrote a check, I put it in my IRA, and then when I file my taxes, I expect to reduce my income. So instead of making $50,000 income and paying taxes on $50,000, now I'm going to deduct $5,000. This is called tax deductible contribution to IRA. So now I only have to pay income taxes for that year on $45,000 income. We call this tax deductible. Now I grow my IRA money. Let's say over a long time, my 5,000 become 10,000. And now I want to distribute. Is my 10,000 taxable?
Yes.
Yes, 100% taxable because I got the pre-tax here. It's gonna grow and grow to 10,000. I pay tax the whole 10,000. So did I escape the taxes?
That is no lie, because the 5,000 you already paid in tax. That's after tax money. So why they?
Because I took a deduction, so I reversed the after tax situation. Right? You want to do these things, right? But you basically, it's not after tax anymore once you took the tax deduction. Right? Because if it was really totally taxed already, you would not ask for this deduction here. So you undid it. Does it make sense? So if it's tax deductible, trust me, it's taxable at the end. Okay? So you got to understand what's taxable, what's not taxable, and what's tax deductible and what's not tax deductible. If I pay life insurance and I pay life insurance $5,000 per year, is it tax deductible? Can I go to my tax guy and say, I put $5,000 premium into my life insurance. I want a tax deduction. Is it tax deductible? No, because it's after tax, period. You cannot go back and get a tax deduction. I put $5,000 into my Roth IRA. Is it tax deductible? No, this here is not tax deductible. My Roth IRA, $5,000 grows to $10,000. Is it taxable? My $5,000 in my Roth IRA grows to $10,000. Is it taxable?
No.
No, there's no tax on Roth and no tax on life insurance. Do you understand the difference between tax deduction or deductible and non-tax deductible? Now, when I pay for health insurance, I'm self-employed. I have to buy my own health insurance now. I pay premiums to my health insurance. Is it tax deductible? Yes. Yes. Your health insurance premium can be tax deductible. Now, let's say I have a company. I'm an employee. Right? I work for a company and I'm an employee. So the company offers me health insurance. They pay some, I pay some, right? Because group health is the premiums that the company pay tax deductible for that company? Yes. And am I paying taxes on the premiums of what I put in?
Well, no.
No. So generally speaking, premiums on health insurance can be tax deductible. Okay, but not life insurance. Not life insurance. Now, I had a 401k and I lost my job. What do? I can cash it out. So what will happen? 10% penalty and an income tax if I'm not 59 and a half yet. Now, they do have some rules. You know what the rules are to avoid the penalty? You know, let's say
if you roll it over without touching the money, then you don't pay the penalty.
Yes. So you can roll it over to IRA. That's how you know, right? So now it's not going to be called a 401k anymore. It's going to be called a traditional IRA. So now your money is not in 401k. It's in traditional IRA. It will maintain all the same taxation because it's in this category. Can I roll my 401k to Roth IRA as a rollover? Yeah. No. That's not a rollover because this tax category is not the same as this tax category. You can't jump from here to here. I hear a lot of people say, can I move my 401k to Roth because I don't want to pay taxes in the future? There's no such thing as a 401k to Roth IRA rollover. There is something called a conversion, but then you pay all your taxes up front upon conversion. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Now, if you roll your 401k into an IRA, they do allow you to take a little bit of money, like I think up to $10,000 with no, you still have to pay the taxes, but you can avoid the penalty if it's first time home buying.
Yeah, I think Mama can do it last 2-3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. You can do that. But you still pay the taxes, though.
Yeah,
you don't avoid the taxes. You just don't have the 10% penalty. It only takes $10,000, so how much are you saving? 1,000, right? Yeah. So now you understand the difference between taxable, tax deductible, and then there's something called a transfer. A transfer is when you have an IRA already, and you keep it in an IRA, but you just change to another company. It's called IRA transfer. Let's say you have an IRA with Fidelity, and then Bo comes and say, hey, you know what? You have an IRA? Yes, I have an IRA. How much money? You have 50,000. Oh, well, that was my old job 401k. I rolled it over before, right? You rolled it to here. Oh, okay. How is it doing? It's doing okay, I guess. I don't know. They pull out the statement. You're only getting 2-3%. They say, let me tell you about index annuity. So then they tell you about it, and I like index annuity idea. So then they say, okay, you can do a transfer. And then let's say they open the new IRA with Jackson National, North American, Prudential, one of those companies that have index annuity. That will be called a transfer because it's just from IRA to another IRA. Roth IRA can do the same thing. Roth IRA to another Roth IRA. So you can buy an annuity here. You can buy an annuity here. Remember I talked about this when I was talking about annuity? If you use annuity from this, it's going to be taxed like this. If you buy an annuity with Roth IRA money, it's going to be taxed, no tax. If you take money from your savings, CD, checking account, cash, and you buy an annuity, automatically 59.5 rule applies. And you will only pay taxes on the gains. So what are some of the advantages of the annuity versus the CD? Why? Yes, it will have more gain. Why? CD have no tax deferral. CD, you get 1099 every single year, like I showed you. Annuity have tax deferral. So when you put in annuity, it just compound and compound and compound, no 1099 until after 59.5. So you have the advantage of compounding interest. If you pay taxes on your interest every year, you're never going to compound and grow.
The principal is bigger and bigger.
Yes, the amount is bigger and bigger. The accumulated value is bigger, not the principal. Principal is what you put in. So the accumulated value is bigger and bigger. What's another advantage? I talked about it earlier. I don't know if you guys remember. I talked about bypassing something. Annuities bypass probate.
Oh.
They have beneficiary designation. Anything that has a beneficiary designation bypasses probate upon death. It pays directly to your beneficiary, does not go to court. Okay? So annuities have this added advantage. What's another added advantage of an annuity over like a CD or putting money in a checking account or savings account? I told you about this too. Annuity has something that everything else doesn't have. Okay? It has an option to get an income for life. There's no other place you're going to tell somebody to give you an income for life. But annuity had this type of feature. All right. Now, these if you get an annuity here, we call this non-qualified annuity, okay? You need to know qualified plan versus non-qualified plan. If an individual annuity is non-qualified plan, there is actually a thing on here that shows all of this stuff. They have a chart. You can see qualified versus non-qualified. So you can read through that.
What way do you have that from?
I don't know. This is from Exam FX, so I don't know if Excel has a book you can print out. This is in section 4. All right, so I'm going to be done with this. 12 or 14? 12 or 14. Any questions about anything else on the test? This is our time.